The year is 2024. PBS Plus has just launched, bringing the world's streaming services to 4,387. How can anyone be expected to go through all this content? Fear not, loyal passengers. Captain Joe Shoes and his first mate Mez are here to travel through space and time to bring you the best nuggets pop culture has to offer. Strap in, folks. It's time for the JoeMeZ podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 398 of the JoeMeZ podcast. I'm Mez, and my co-host, as always, is
the magistrate of Caravan City. I am Captain Joe Shoes from the JoeMeZ podcast.
Yeah, you are, buddy. What's up? How you been?
I'm okay, Gomez. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you asking. Not a lot of people ask me how I'm doing and mean it. So I appreciate when you do.
Always.
Gomez, let me tell you a story.
Ooh, story time.
One time I was doing, and I was happy to tell someone about it. So then you came and you asked me, and I said, Gomez, I'm doing all right. And that made me feel good because it showed that people out there care about my well-being.
Yeah. We love you, baby. We love our Captain Shoes.
Absolutely. Everybody should. So yeah, I'm okay.
Good. Great. How's the weather?
Terrific. Wonderful.
Oh, goodness. It's hot here today. It's 80 degrees. It's not even May yet. What's going on, bro?
Oh, I
It's
would love
crazy.
it. We're in the 90s now.
Oh, my God. It's too hot. It's early. It's not summertime yet.
It's fine. That's what it's supposed to be.
No, it's spring. It's supposed to be like 60, 70, like 72 tops. 80 is too much, baby. It's not
In May?
But it's not May yet. It's April. It's not even May.
It's May.
Sure. The day we are recording. You people know we record a
No,
day
they
or
don't.
two
They
earlier.
think this is live.
Live to tape, baby.
You think people like Eddie Bowman can figure out the difference between recording and live?
Take that, Eddie. It's been a while. We haven't picked on him in a while.
He's a Falcons fan, for Christ's sake.
Oh, so you should be laying off of him, right?
I should not.
Oh,
I've
baby.
laid off long enough, and I will not be held back any longer.
Pile on, baby. Kirk Cousins. Woo! He's not happy. They drafted his replacement.
Yeah, just like imagine being RG3 when they drafted your replacement 3 rounds after they drafted you. And that guy's name, Kirk Cousins.
What comes around goes around. Sorry, bro. That's wild. He just signed. He signed like a couple weeks ago, put out a statement. Oh, I'm happy to be here.
They signed him for what? It was $180 million for 4 years.
A lot of money, yes.
And what gets me is this quarterback, Penix, is 24 years old already.
He's an old man with 100 injuries.
How long you can't just sit him for 2 years behind Kirk Cousins and start playing this guy at 20. Bro, at 26, Patrick Mahomes, I think, just turned 26 and he's won like 11 Super Bowls already.
26, making your first start after sitting on the bench, not playing for a couple years. Oh, baby, that's gonna be rough. Look, they got a squad. I guess, I understand. It's like you do have to think of the future, and it is what it is because you would think you're not going to get a pick that high again for a while because now you got Kirk Cousins, you got good offense, but still, it don't look good. It's not good optics.
If you think you have a squad and you think you're going into this season with a chance to really compete, you just signed a quarterback, fill another need.
I know. It's the truth. I get it. But they're like, hey, we'll never get this opportunity again. That's good. You don't want this opportunity again.
NFL draft, not great. You know what? It's been really good, Gomez.
What's good,
the
baby?
NHL playoffs have been spectacular.
Yes. Tell me about these playoffs.
Like the first round is usually the best round because you have a lot of closer competition. Sure. And really, we've been seeing like a lot of whitewashing. Like the Rangers swept the Capitals, which I think a lot of people expected. I mean, I'm just anti-Rangers, so fuck them.
Sure.
But
They are one of the better
We're
teams.
getting like really exciting games where you're like, even though okay, the series is 3-1 between Florida Panthers and Tampa Bay Lightning, you're
Every
like,
game's been crazy.
man, I wish we were getting 7 games of
Yeah.
this shit.
I
Like,
get it. Yeah, that's
so
good.
it's
I love
been a
to hear
lot
that.
of that. The games have been really good, and I hear the NBA playoffs have been pretty fun as well. I heard that the Knicks have won their first playoff game since like 1961 or something.
It's been a few years, but yes, they're up 3-1 as we record this. They're leading the series. They should win this series. They are the better team. The other team, the 76ers, they're hurt. They're not they've been going through the shit the past couple of years, the 76ers. They always get close, but there's always some dramatic bullshit going on. This guy's always getting hurt. He's also a very dirty player. Fuck this guy. My goodness, Joel Embiid. Relax. Did you hear this? He got Bell's palsy, a Bell palsy or something like that.
Does he really?
Like he had something, yeah. That's why he was wearing like glasses, and he was being very like weird about looking at the camera doing the interviews after one of the games, and it came out that he had some infliction that is making his face all fucked up.
Oh my god! Thank God Vince McMahon's not his coach, or else he would have made fun of him on live TV.
Poor Jim Ross.
I think we can move on from complimenting Jim Ross at this point.
We don't give a shit about Jim Ross. No, but the playoffs have been good. It's similar to what you're saying. There's a lot of the teams who are supposed to win are winning, but those games are exciting. There's some new teams emerging, like the Timberwolves are just unbelievable. The Minnesota Timberwolves have a chance to make the finals. Who would have thought that was happening?
You figured that had to happen once they got Kevin Garnett and then Stephon Marbury the next year. Like, you figured it had to happen at some point. Remember when they drafted the 2 point guards back to back in the first round?
And one of them wasn't Steph Curry, yeah.
It was Ricky Rubio and then the guy from Syracuse,
Jerry
Flynn or something.
Yep. And there was 4 Steph Curry just sitting there.
It's like drafting a quarterback with the 8th pick when you already have, guess what, a quarterback.
It was. No one understood that. I remember when that happened because that was such an odd thing, right? Picking back-to-back point guards, one after another. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Thank you guys for listening to the JoeMeZ podcast. Remember to hit that subscribe button, leave a 5-star review wherever it is that you're listening to this. Follow us on YouTube at youtube.com/@JoeMeZpod for full and new episodes every Thursday for free. And follow all the social media at JoeMeZ to see what we're up to, what we're doing, what we're talking about. Of course, we have our Facebook group where we interact with each and every one of our fans who feels like joining. That is also free. Simply search JoeMeZ Podcast on Facebook.
Yeah, let me give a shout out to everyone who participated. By the time you're hearing this, our 30-day song challenge has come to an end. All 30 days in April. You got a prompt. Many people participated. Some people you don't see on the regular would just pop up and put a song down. It was a lot of fun. Stay tuned. We might do something movie related next month.
You know who we shouldn't thank?
Oh, tell me who?
Eddie Bowman.
No, you get no thanks over here, buddy.
Well, he's on my list, Gomez. My shit list.
What'd he do?
I don't know. Just
okay.
I'm feeling it today.
I mean, he usually does something. That's why I was like, oh, here it is. It's just been a while. He hasn't given us one of his lists in a while. Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God. Those fucking lists.
A lot of people are mad at me about a certain list I did over on the State of Affairs podcast recently.
Are we talking about our wrestling theme episode? Is that the one we're talking about?
For a lot of people who claim to be real hardcore wrestling fans, apparently they stopped listening to the entrance music after like 2002.
So listening to the episode, I'm used to you. And I know that you love, like, he's not putting it on just for the show. He's talked about these things plenty of times. So he's naming it. And I'm like, of course he would say it. He loves that fucking song. He loves that stupid Eve Torres song. Like, I knew that was going to be on the list. I knew it. David Otunga, I knew it. Come on. The rest of the folk, I get it. They're like, David Otunga. They probably haven't thought of that guy in 100 years. Come on, David Otunga.
He's one of the best things about that decade. He had that travel coffee cup that he brought everywhere. The man loved coffee.
So good. I think people forget a lot. Like I think people forget even just like 2, 3 years ago, right before that boom started. Boy, wrestling was rough, boy.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a cutoff to the songs. I don't think I had anything current. What would you put up there? Kind of Cody's song could be there. I mean, you can probably fit Roman's song in there at some point.
Yeah, there's a
Like, it's a
handful,
good
but a lot of
song.
them are generic.
But the thing is, I kind of stopped watching too. So I don't know like what the cool songs are like in today's wrestling world. Like, I can't tell you what anybody's song in AEW is.
I think a list like that, you kind of gotta give a point because it is so hard because instantly everyone's thinking, right? You're thinking Hogan, you're thinking that era,
It's the
but
same
there's a
songs that
whole nother.
it's
Yeah,
the
there's a
same
whole
songs
more.
everyone's been talking about for
Yeah,
40 years.
that's what I mean.
Every website's done. And then you have the group thing where, oh, well, everybody has said the Brood for the past 25 years. So the Brood obviously has to be number one. It's a good song, but it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be.
No, exactly. That's the thing. So I think something like that, it makes it easier if you give a generational
And
divide there.
with that too, you're also going off the nostalgia. What did people grow
Yes,
up
who
with?
do you like? Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's not necessarily a wrong answer, but to tell me that, oh, you don't know anything about, obviously, I know more than everybody else about wrestling because I'm the only one that knows these songs. Oh, this guy put Zach Gowen on the list. Yeah, it's a fucking banger.
And that's the thing too. Just because you're a bad wrestler doesn't mean you can't have a banger ass song, bro.
It's
Like,
not that. Look, Gomez said it best when it came to Zach Gowen. It's not that he was a bad wrestler. It's just that he looked off balance.
listen. I amend the kid for trying. You follow your dreams. You have to. It's a little silly. Like it's a little much. Like I know we're supposed to suspend our disbelief when we're watching wrestling. It was too much. This guy hobbling across the ring. Oh, Brock Lesnar. That was a good time.
That's one of those moments that doesn't get replayed half as much as it should. Brock just like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. He just grabbed him by the one ankle and like spun him around and threw him 45 feet down the entranceway.
Oh, I'm writing pencil this in for Smith next year.
Smith, yeah, that should be like
Brock
in the opening
kills
credits
that.
of Smith. In the montage that goes on with the Smith theme music that people won't put on their list.
Bastard, bunch of haters. But
Gomez, why don't we hit some breaking news music?
You got it, baby.
Breaking news.
Ooh, baby, I wonder what's been breaking. I haven't been in the loop here.
Not a lot of news this week, Gomez, but some people are finding these already. I believe you are one of those people, but they were supposed to be street dated May 6th. Really? Sour Patch Kids Oreos, Gomez.
Yeah, baby. I found them at the Walgreens. Nowhere else. Just the Walgreens had them out.
So Mr. Stay Puft actually in the group had actually sent them to me. He found them at 7-Eleven in the little 4-pack.
Oh, okay.
Before you found the big packs. But like I said, it's supposed to be street dated May 6th. And everybody's finding them early. So this is apparently one of the things these stores don't care about if you buy early. With the wrestling figures lately, the elite figures, everyone's been picking up the Yokozuna. And then when they go to check out, they say, oh, there's a street date on this, so you can't have it.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Wow.
Happens a lot with toys, but now, not with the cookies so much. So Gomez, give us your big review. What did you think of the Sour Patch Kids Oreos?
So right off the bat, they're very sweet. Let's just put it out there. These are some sweet ass Oreos. They're the golden Oreos, okay? So it's the golden cookie. It tastes like a Sour Patch, but not the sour part. Because it's sweet and sour.
So just the candy flavor?
Kind of that sweet candy flavor.
Like the gummy flavor.
Yeah, and it comes across like you bite into it, you go, oh, that's a Sour Patch. I wish it was a little more on the sour side so you could get some of that. But it's sweet, it's good, it's something to try. I love that they have that 4-pack. I never see that 4-pack. I wish I could get a 4-pack of these things. I always got to spend $7 if they're not on sale for these fucking Oreos, and I eat 2 of them, and I'm like, fuck this. But this one, I ate it. I enjoyed it. Is it something I'm gonna go back to? Not really. I brought it to work, gave it to some guys to eat. I said, "You guys enjoy your diabetes. Have a good day."
Speaking of diabetes, Gomez, Monday
Oh yeah.
I put out a video at CC's Pizza.
Oh, bro, I've never been so jealous of a CC's pizza, bro.
Oreo brownie dessert pizza.
Oh my God. You showed me that picture. I said, "Where is this? I need this." He said, "The one place, bro."
The one place that Gomez cannot wait to go to,
Oh,
CC's Pizza. He
fuck.
absolutely loves it.
Oh my God. I love the idea of CC's pizza. Give me all the pizzas I can eat. All of them, different flavor. Oh, I love that idea. I love it.
CC's Pizza was great when I was poor about a decade ago, a little more. And I would, for a long time, I'd get the day old bread at Jimmy John's for $1. I'd cut it in half, and I have a jar of mayo in the fridge, and I'd have a mayonnaise, half the sandwich for lunch and half for dinner, and that's what I would eat. And then once a week, I would treat myself to some kind of buffet where I would just absolutely gorge myself, whether that was a CC's Pizza or a Chinese buffet. I would absolutely gorge myself until it was time to go back to day old bread. And I did that for a while until, things picked up for a little bit. But yeah, you know what? I understand CC's Pizza is not this golden era of pizza chef kitchenery that we live in. But when you need help, when times are rough, it comes in clutch.
Hell yeah, it does. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
So you guys could check out that video of the Oreo brownie pizza over at youtube.com/JoeShoes. Hell of an idea. And one of my biggest compliments for it, it's so neat. It's
Really?
so many times when you get some kind of brownie, it like crumbles in your hand.
Yeah, it's gonna fall apart, I figured.
This was it's made so well. It's almost like a donut base for the crust.
This is fucking wild, bro.
And then it's got the brownie batter layer on top, which keeps all the Oreo pieces in place. So when you go and grab a slice, okay, a crumb here, a crumb there, like anything else.
Yeah, of course.
But I expect it to just like dissolve, and it doesn't at all. So I was like, this is stupendous.
Wow. I'm so jealous. I got to plan a Florida trip.
They don't have CC's Pizza by you?
Nothing close. There might be something maybe upstate or something, maybe Jersey, but nothing over here.
A real CC's fan would make that trip. Last thing I got for the news, Gomez, over at Cold Stone. If you are listening to this on drop day,
tell me what's up, bro. What's going on?
For 1 week only, ending on Cinco de Mayo, Cold Stone is doing its version of the Choco Taco.
What the fuck? Holy shit. When does this start?
Now until May the 5th.
May the 5th. Okay. I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm making a reminder. I need to order a Choco Taco. Good.
It looks great because it's, like real Cold Stone ingredients.
Yeah, the waffle. Yeah, and it's the waffle thing,
it's
right?
Their waffle
like
cone.
waffle.
It's their sweet cream ice cream.
Ooh.
So I think it looks great. Hopefully I'll be able to go get one, throw a video up on youtube.com/JoeShoes. I also went and tried the Taco Bell secret aardvark nacho fries, Gomez. Do you know about these?
The fuck are you talking about? Aardvark fries? What is this?
Secret aardvark.
Okay. Well, is this like a show or something? What is this?
Secret aardvark is like a sauce company, apparently.
Okay.
I happen to open the app one day and it says like new. So I just click on new. Oh, maybe this something I missed.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a secret menu item that it was like
only
that's available.
What I was like.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is secret aardvark? So I go to my friend Giorgio Google and I say, Giorgio Google, what the fuck is secret aardvark nacho fries? And it told me that this is a company and they did this special habanero ranch sauce to go on your nacho fries with the pico and the regular cheese sauce, and it comes with the chicken that they use in the cantina menu now. So that new slow roasted chicken.
Okay.
Very interesting. But I want to ask you, do you ever go inside to Taco Bell?
Sometimes I'll place an order and go pick it up inside because it's quicker. But I had to sit down and eat, and I haven't sat down in there forever.
I do that a lot. Well, I'll go inside to pick it up. I'll place the order in advance
Yeah.
for pickup, and then I'll sit down and eat if I have time, whatever. I feel like the in-dining experience at Taco Bell has absolutely gone off the fucking edge, has absolutely shit the bed since they installed the touchscreen
Oh yeah,
ordering,
we got like 3
because
machines. Yep.
now they have no people operate,
Just
like
barely. Yeah.
no
One
people
guy once in a
cleaning,
while walks around. Yep.
no people cleaning. The guy at the drive-through is still the guy who's got to take the orders because they don't want anyone manning that. They're not refilling the soda cup lids or the sauces or the utensils. So even when I went to get these fries, I placed the order and I go pick it up and I go, "Oh, hey, can I get a fork?" There's a fries with a bunch of shit on them. Like, I don't want
Yeah, of course.
sauce and cheese
Yeah.
all over my fingers. He goes, "Oh, it's at the little table behind you." And I look and there's only spoons. So I can say, "Oh, you only have spoons. Can I get a fork?" He goes, "Oh, then we don't have any forks." Now,
What the fuck, bro?
this is not the first time I've had like these stupid little issues with Taco Bell since this has happened, but this one like just fucking got me. So in
Sure.
this video, I am rather not nice to Taco Bell.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Fire up, Joe.
So if you watch this video and you want to know why I'm fired up at Taco Bell, it's because they've let their dining experience absolutely go to fucking shit ever since they've installed the touchscreen ordering menus. It's fucking terrible. There was one time last year where sometimes I just get hooked on stuff, and if I'm at work, I have lunch at the same place every day. I
Sure.
went to Taco Bell 3 straight days, and on the windowsill next to the, because I always try to sit at the same table, right? You have your
Sure.
place.
Yeah.
On the windowsill sat a dead fly for all 3 of those days.
That's crazy.
No one fucking cleaned. No one fucking did anything.
That's crazy. Well, now that I think of it, my Taco Bell was closed for like 2-3 months for renovations. Only the drive-through was open, and I'm trying to think. Since it's been reopened, I have not gone inside. I wonder how they've done it, because it says on our thing, it says like Taco Bell to go or Taco Bell mobile. Like they want you to not fucking eat inside. Basically, they're
They
letting you know.
100%. Yeah.
They're like putting it right out there. So I wonder. I got to go in there next time and pick it up, because last 2 times I did go stay in the drive-through. Oh wow, fucking Taco Bell
So
bastards.
that was the news, Gomez. But I did want to talk about something you mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I just finally checked out a little bit of this
Sure.
week. Fallout over on
Oh,
Amazon Prime.
okay.
I've been looking for new shows, and I said, "Oh, you know what? Like, people are talking about this. Let's not be
Yeah.
difficult. Let's just give this a watch." Never played the video game. I know
Never.
nothing about
Nothing.
this show, this theme, this premise at all going in. I kind of liked it. I'm about 3 episodes in, and I'm with it. I'm really enjoying it. I think I was a little bit hesitant because I just assumed that it's in this post-apocalyptic world or whatever. That much I knew about it, but I just assumed it's another zombie show,
Sure.
and this is not another zombie
No,
show,
not
which
at all.
I'm happy about. Like, we did the zombie thing, and it was fun
Yes.
for a while, but I'm enjoying the story so far, where this is going and the characters and the whole wedding thing at the beginning.
It's crazy. Yeah,
It
crazy,
was
right?
didn't see it coming. So
No, it's crazy.
I've like I said, I'm about 3 episodes in. I'm really enjoying it. I think there's 8 episodes total of this show. Each one's like an hour, so it's pretty good.
It is. It is, and it's like a full hour. It is. They use all their time.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna finish this up. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, look at this. If you'll watch it, maybe I'm gonna finish it up now. Like I said, I'm on episode 4. I might have to finish this up now. Look at that. I watched 2 things I want to talk about real fast this week, Joe. These are 2 new releases that have finally hit streaming. One is on Shudder, the other one is a VOD purchase. I'll start with the VOD. I watched a movie called Monkey Man. Have you heard of this movie, Joe?
He was my tag team partner back in the Johnny Rods days.
I love it. This movie is a revenge action movie starring, I believe, and directed by Dev Patel. We know Dev Patel. You know Dev Patel?
Yeah, I know the name. I can't tell you anything. Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, that guy. He's been in some other stuff, but that's obviously where most people will remember him from. And this is a action movie, kind of, I guess we could say like John Wick, like that kind of style, where it's very kind of serious, very violent. It was good. It was a good time. It's not too long. I think it's just under 2 hours. It's on VOD. You have to pay your $3-4 because it is still in theaters. You could also catch this in movie theaters right now, and it had good word of mouth. The movie times never work out for me nowadays. So very happy to see that this was streaming, because I always spend the $5 instead of spending, the $20 or whatever, the popcorn. Always stay home. Even when they do those $13 movies, $13 still a lot cheaper than a night out at the movie theater paying for everybody. So I love that. Give it to me. Give me that VOD.
Gotta
The
get
other
a deal.
gotta. The other movie I saw, this movie I've been dying to see. It played some festivals last year. Great word of mouth. It's been the horror movie that people have been looking forward to. It came out about a month ago. Some screenings, not playing all the time, but it's been consistently in the theaters for about 3-4 weeks now. Just hit Shudder this past week, the 19th, I think. So that's 2 weeks now. It's called Late Night with the Devil.
I've heard of this because it's got this guy with the weird fucking name that no one could pronounce.
Yes, I forget his name, David something. He was Polka Dot Man in the last Suicide Squad. He's that guy. He's in tons of movies. You've seen him. He's usually a supporting character, side character, but lately he's been getting a little more shine. He's a big horror guy. He's hosted the Chainsaw Awards maybe once, twice, and so this is his
That's
first
a real
big
awards show.
Yes, the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards, where we just best horror movie, best this, that.
I
But
won Bendy of the Year, so I'm not complaining about made up awards.
I love it.
I got
This movie, you do. I love it. No one can take that plaque away from you, baby.
Except robbers. They could.
They don't want that.
I mean, it is a 101. It's probably very valuable on the collector's market.
Ooh. Late Night with the Devil. It's a late night talk show. It's set in a style where we are watching it's a found footage, but not found footage in the sense of holding the camera up. This is a show that aired one time in the 70s, and because of what craziness happened, the tape has been, vanished and whatever. And there's some behind the scenes footage also. And, we're piecing this together to see what happened that fateful night that the late night talk show host had a devil person, someone who he was possessed by the devil, excuse me. And so shenanigans happen. They bring it on like, oh, look, this person's possessed. What's going to happen? Stuff happened. The live broadcast. It's a very interesting movie. I didn't love the movie, but I really liked it. I love the idea of it, of watching this. It's presented like a late night talk show. There's other guests who do their bits and they sit on the couch and they comment, I thought that was very, very well done. There's a couple movies that are like this, Ghost Watch and WNUF Halloween Special.
Yeah, WNUF. That's definitely big.
That is something that is penciled in for this year's 6 weeks.
Oh, can't wait.
But it's not you're. I'm just not even gonna say nothing because you always say that and then you end up liking things.
I am not looking forward to the season at all.
This is not something. No. WNUF Halloween Special is like a broadcast of a TV show news report. So it's like interesting. It's of its time. I think you're going to get a kick at it. I think
enough.
Late Night with the Devil. It's good. It's good. It's on Shudder. Check it. Oh, God bless you, Joe.
JoeMeZ, the only other thing I got left is our movie of the week.
Ooh, let's do it.
Have you watched it?
Hell yeah, I watched it, baby. I streamed it all weekend long on twitch.tv/Mez Movie, baby. So yeah, I watched that shit.
Of course, we're talking about Dogma that we watched for the 25th anniversary. Obviously, Crazy. It came out in 1999, a Kevin Smith joint.
Yes. I'm excited to hear about this.
I saw this in theaters. How about you?
Did I see it in theaters? That's a maybe. I know I saw Jersey Girl in theaters. Did I? I don't know if I saw it. Maybe not. This might have been a DVD.
So I saw it in theaters, and I remember clearly walking out of the movies that day saying, I like this movie. And I think I like this movie because as someone who is born and raised Catholic and went to Catholic school basically my entire life, I had a lot of issues with religion.
Oh, yes.
So to see a movie like this questioning Catholicism was like, yeah, you fucking tell them fucking Catholics, Kevin Smith. And that really had me on the side of this movie. But it's been a very long time since I've seen this movie.
Yes.
So this comes out, like we said, 1999. IMDb gives this a 7.3. Rotten Tomatoes, 68% fresh, with an audience score of 85% fresh, which I think is really high considering the subject matter and that people always throw a fit whenever you do religious anything. So 85% audience score seems awfully high to me there. Had a budget of $10 million at the domestic box office, made 30.6, which is actually the highest grossing Kevin Smith film of all time.
Hell yeah.
Came in 73rd domestically for the year of 1999.
So crazy.
Ahead of the Out of Towners remake with Steve Martin.
I remember that. Wow.
And right behind The Talented Mr. Ripley, another Matt Damon flick.
That made no money, huh? Wow.
It only made that much because it didn't come out until Christmas Day. So it only had a week.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I was going to say, that's
crazy.
Said the
same thing, so I had to look into that. But it was released on Christmas Day. It only had a week of box office in the calendar year and still made over $30 million in that.
Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense.
So this is the story of an abortion clinic worker with a special heritage who is called upon to save the existence of humanity from being negated by two renegade angels trying to exploit a loophole and re-enter heaven.
Yeah, that's the movie.
We get Linda Fiorentino as Bethany. She's best known for, I don't know, Men in Black, I guess.
Sure, she's just an actress around that time who was in a lot of stuff. She's that girl, right? She's in tons of stuff around that time.
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon as the evil angels, Bartleby and Loki. Alan Rickman, who plays the character Metatron. Jason Lee as the demon Azrael. And George Clooney as Cardinal Glick. And we get another Selma Hayek sighting here. There's a lot of this is a very eclectic cast for especially a Kevin Smith movie.
It is. Chris Rock, all these. It's a pretty crazy cast there, 100%. It is. I totally forget about something. I was like watching them. I was like, oh, yeah, this person's in that. Oh, yeah, that's right.
So if you're a Kevin Smith fan, you'll obviously notice that this is the first appearance of movies. The first movie appearance of the movies, which is now basically a staple in all of his films. And this, I guess, was supposed to be originally like Kevin Smith's second film, because during the credits of Clerks, as they wind up, it says Jay and Silent Bob will return in Dogma.
Oh, interesting.
But the whole thing was he felt at that point he needed to mature as a filmmaker, especially when it came to effects, and he couldn't make Dogma the way he saw it in his head at that point, so it got pushed back. But this script he actually wrote even before Clerks, apparently.
Crazy.
And of course, there's the rights issues with this that now everybody knows because of how difficult it is to actually watch this fucking movie.
Crazy.
Disney had doubts about releasing it because of all the religious content in it, and they didn't want to deal with the backlash. So Harvey Weinstein personally bought the distribution rights and had it pushed out through Lionsgate. It was actually supposed to come out a year ahead of time in 1998, but due to all this stuff with the rights, had to wait another year before finally getting out into theaters. And to this day, Harvey Weinstein personally owns the rights to this movie. Kevin Smith has made multiple overtures to try to buy back the rights, and he claims he's basically been scoffed at each time.
Ridiculous. So stupid.
One interesting note I found was that the original first choice to play Bethany it's such a name of the time when you hear it and you're like, oh wow, that's weird. Gillian Anderson from the X-Files.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Love her. She's great. Do love her. Okay.
Now, since this movie has come out, Kevin Smith has done nothing but shit on Linda Fiorentino for being difficult to work with, and says he wishes he would have given Janine Garofalo the main role instead.
Oh my God, Janine Garofalo. I worked with her. I would definitely work with her.
And Janine Garofalo, we forget, like, she was like a thing in that
She
mid
was
to
a
late
thing.
90s era. So,
yeah, I could see it with her.
Watching this movie back now, Gomez, I think it's fucking terrible.
Oh my goodness, terrible, Joe. What's the matter? What happened?
It seems, like I said, when I saw this movie, I would have been about 17. And it feels like it's written in a 17-year-old boy's perspective about their grievances with the Catholic Church.
Well, I mean, if he says he wrote this before Clerks, it very well is.
It very well could have been.
It very well is, yes.
But now watching it now, I find the religious stuff like so uneven. Like it's just all over the place. Carlin, I think, is very entertaining in his role, especially if you know Carlin and know how anti-religion he is. Having him in this role is quite funny and entertaining. But the acting all across this movie is fucking terrible. Affleck and Damon are doing like an Abbott and Costello angel bit the whole way through.
Yes, they are.
It is fucking terrible.
I enjoy them. They're having fun together. You can tell they're just having fun making this movie for their stupid friend.
It just feels like no one has an idea of what they want this movie. Is it supposed to be this indictment of religion? Is it supposed to be this comedy? Is it supposed to be just something so stupid like a ship monster attacking the strip club? It's just, okay, like, what is it? Pick one lane and let's get into that and stay there. Which one of these things is this movie?
It's Kevin Smith trying to make a real picture, but still want to have his Kevin Smith touches in there. Yeah, he's like, oh, I want to do this serious movie about religion, but we got to have this monster with shit. The shit monster has to be in there. We have to have Jay and Silent Bob be the main characters.
Yeah.
We have to do these things.
We have to have Jay constantly asking to fuck the girl here.
Yes.
It's just like, guys, enough is enough. Like,
yes, it is. It is. It's of all the Jay and Silent Bob roles, yeah, this might be my least favorite of them. I feel like they get in the way of things too much in this movie.
All the time. Even the fight scene on the train where they're like talking to Bartleby and Loki, and then they break out into a fight and he like throws them overboard. The whole thing looks terrible. And then we got to feed Silent Bob his one line.
Yes. But it's fun, no ticket.
it is if you get it. But everything about Jay and Silent Bob in this thing feels so shoehorned in.
Yes, like he had this idea and he said, but we got to have these guys in or no one's going to watch my movie. Because I watch this movie and I sit there, I go, how did he get the money for this movie? Like, how did he get the, because first of all, it looks like it's clearly his best looking movie. Like none
Up
of
to
his
that
movies
point, it's night and day.
Like, it's like, holy shit, this is a real fucking picture.
You got to remember too, number one, Clerks was highly regarded.
Sure.
Mallrats took a big step back because the studio was expecting, the Clerks guy did all, but then he did Chasing Amy before this, which was another one that gave him like that cred with the indie people, and then the studios wanted to deal with him more. And he made this movie on $10 million. You look at some of the names in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, Alan Rickman is a real guy. At this point, Selma Hayek is like a real person.
She's hot and coming. Yeah, she's the hot thing. Yeah.
Affleck and Damon, I understand those are his friends, but like they're coming off Good Will Hunting. They just won Oscars.
I know. That's definitely we're helping you out. Like taking the bare minimum, shit like that, 100%.
Chris Rock hadn't quite yet blown up.
Yes, but he's up and coming.
But he's up and coming at that point. And even Jason Lee is kind of having a moment here at this time because he went from being Brody from Mallrats to where all of a sudden he was doing TV shows and he was doing he did a movie with David Schwimmer, the Paul was that?
Oh, the Paul Bearers.
He was in that one.
Yes. Yeah.
And then he actually had to take a smaller role. He was actually going to be low key in this movie.
Really?
But he had to take a smaller. Well, number one, Kevin liked the chemistry between Affleck and
Sure.
Damon.
Of course,
But
obviously.
Jason Lee also had scheduling conflicts because he was doing Mumford at this time, which was another movie that came out at the time.
Jason Lee was fucking huge for a while. It's like when you talk about it, like My Name Is Earl, that was a smash hit. That shit had 5 seasons. Like that was off for a while. That was
And it was his performance in this that got him the role of the villain in The Incredibles.
Love it. Yeah, he's great in there too. Yes, he is.
What's a Syndrome is the character in The Incredibles. It was the way he played this Azrael character where they're like, yo, this guy could really fit in this Pixar superhero Disney movie we're doing.
The fucking skateboarder. What a life he's had.
That's
Crazy.
And that's the thing. He was just a pro skateboarder.
Yeah, just some fucking skateboarder. Hey, let's do this movie. And he became one of the biggest stars in Hollywood.
And to me, Brody is like the GOAT Kevin Smith movie character.
Sure.
For the way it's written, especially at the time where geek culture had not yet been accepted as it would become. Like Brody is really the patron saint for the next 20 years of shit that followed.
Uh-oh. It all went downhill.
It all went downhill once TS got broken up with and we had to spend a day at the mall with Brody Bruce.
Fucking
and chocolate covered pretzels with Mr. Svenning.
But yeah, I still enjoyed the movie. I'm very anti-religion, so I still get a kick at some of that stuff. I do love how the movie opens with George Carlin, and he's saying, it's like we always talk about, right? The more things change, they stay the same. He's saying something that if this movie was made tomorrow, he'd be saying the same shit about the Catholic Church, and all they do is mock us and blah, blah, blah. It's the same shit you hear on TV now when you hear about the Christians complaining about us. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what I was expecting coming into this, but I just felt like this movie is so, like you said, it looks the best of any of the Kevin Smith movies. It looks like a real movie, not just some independent, low budget thing that he's got going on here. But the story is just so wildly disjointed from point to point.
Oh, it's definitely ideas.
The stupid shit with the triplets with the hockey sticks.
Yes.
Like I understand Kevin Smith likes hockey, and it's just like, once again, it's Kevin Smith just getting his shit in. It's like
100%. This is definitely a movie where he had a whole bunch of ideas and he put them together because there is no flow. It does jump from, all right, we're in movies. We're on a bus. Now we're gonna be on movies, and now we're on the train, and now it's very jumpy and stuff like that. 100%. Kevin Smith. He was trying to make a real movie. He tried. It's cute. It was a good effort.
I know a lot of people who say they like this movie because Kevin Smith does have a very dedicated fan base, and he was really the first guy to capitalize on the internet and build even before social media was a thing, just through his website and through the View Askew message board. Build your fan base through that. He's the first guy in like all of entertainment to do that. And that's why it has a big reason to do with the success that he's had over the past 30 years now. When you think about it, Clerks is 30 years old this year. But man, I get the love for this movie 25 years ago when we were younger and whatever. I really can't see people watching this movie again and with fresh eyes and saying, oh yeah, this movie's still great. It's not.
I gotta tell you, a lot of people in the chat, when they said after, like, man, I love this movie. Man, I still love this movie. I saw it quite a bit.
I see people say it all the time. Oh, that's my favorite Kevin Smith movie. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. Oh, let me hit some music here.
Are you a man? A double main man? Are you a man? A triple main man? A man? A quadruple main man? Are you our man? Are you our man?
All right. 1999's Dogma from our double main man, Kevin Smith. Oh, baby. How's this falling on your main man standings?
Like I said earlier, you know, when I was 17, I thought this was like a great social commentary. And now at 42, I'm like, oh, these fucking kids are such idiots. Like, wait till they grow up and have ideas of their own. Like, you could still not agree with religion or want to question religion. I'm more than okay with that. Trust me. But it's just like this feels like the ramblings of a bratty teenager spewed over the course of an hour and a half. And it's just like I couldn't wait for this to be over. So I'm gonna give it a double main man.
Oh wow, look at that. That is all right. I'm leaning 2.5. I don't know if I would give it a 3, but I'll give it a 2.5. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's great. I don't know if I ever thought it was great. I always liked it. I don't know if I ever loved it, but I did like it. I think yeah, we're gonna go 2.5 for this movie. It's good, not great. I can see people loving it because they just love the characters. They just love being with the characters. But really, the movie's a mess. And I mean, it's no surprise. Kevin Smith's output has not been very good since pretty much since that movie.
What did he do immediately after this? Was that Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I believe that's 2001. And then
But even then,
Jersey Girl.
that was made for his 45 fans at the time, where it was here's a bunch of inclusive, self-contained inside jokes that you either get or you don't get, and if you don't get them, don't watch this movie because you have to hate it. But if you do get the jokes, it's great. But then after that, like the movies he went on to make outside of the View Askew universe, Cop Out, not great,
famously terrible with Bruce Willis.
I know. What's the horror movie one he did?
The first one was Red State. Tusk is one of them also. Red State was the first one. Not terrible, but not great. Tusk was one of the worst movies I ever saw. I almost walked out of the movie theater. I never walk out of a movie theater. Almost walked out when a certain cameo hit that screen, and just any momentum the movie had came to a screeching halt. And it just
was that the one with the daughters, Tusk? It's
no,
his daughter
Tusk,
and that guy's daughter?
No, that's the next movie after that. Yoga Hosers.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
I don't know if I've seen that one. I don't think I've seen that one. Or if I did, I put it on and did not pay attention because I couldn't tell you anything that happened in it. Oh, Kevin Smith. What has happened?
I also hate Clerks too. I always have hated Clerks.
I love Clerks too.
Clerks 3, we both said
I think it's good. Yeah,
I found it rather good. For a movie I had no desire to see made.
Yes.
I was like, oh, this is surprisingly touching.
100%. I agree with that. I also didn't mind the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Wasn't as good as Clerks 3, but that it was more like, all right, this isn't terrible. Clerks 3 I actually think is actually good. All right. That concludes our month-long look at 1999 movies, Joe. But we had a good time going back, doing these anniversary months. Why don't we keep doing that?
What do you mean?
I think maybe we should do some more months, go back 30 years, 25 years, 40 years.
40 years? Who the hell was alive that long ago?
Sadly, we both were. We're old men. My goodness gracious. But I was thinking we should do something like that. But instead of breaking it down month by month, how about we get our old friend the Wheel?
You son of a bitch.
We haven't had our friend the Wheel in a while. So let's throw some of these movies that are 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, and even 10 years old. Throw them all on one wheel. Let's spin it and let's see what it lands on. How does that sound, Joe? Does that sound like fun to you?
It sounds like fun to me, Gomez.
Oh, baby. Let's get that wheel up. Oh, baby, look at this sexy wheel. We got 18 things on here.
I like the colors. It looks like
the colors are
Matt Cardona's gear.
Oh, then we have to change that instantly.
Deathmatch King wheel here.
Oh, no. We'll have a new look next week, Joe. Let's spin this wheel. Oh, my God. I'm excited.
I didn't even see what's on the wheel. What can we possibly even get?
Oh my God, it's gonna be a good one to start. Oh yes, Joseph.
Oh my God.
Yes. Oh, the wheel has landed on 2009's Watchmen. This is a Zack Snyder joint. Oh, baby, this is streaming on Max for anyone who wants to watch along at home this week. Joe, what's your relationship with this Watchmen movie,
I
huh?
fucking hated it.
I love this movie.
I went to
I'm
see it with Gomez 15 years ago in theaters. When it was
yes, baby.
finally fucking over, I said 3 hours for fucking this.
Yeah, baby.
Only to find out that in the book there's a fucking giant squid monster and it's
Yes.
not even in the goddamn movie.
Nope. They decided not to do the squid monster. Very disappointing, but I still loved it. I still thought it was a great adaptation of the comic, which I do love the graphic novel. I haven't watched this in a while. I won't say this for everyone. This is what I'm gonna do. There are several different cuts of this movie. I prefer the director's cut. It is longer. You of course
Then no.
you do not have to do that, of course. I will do that. There's an ultimate edition where they cut in the comic books. We don't need all that stuff. Director's cut if you want to play along with what I'm watching. If not, just watch the regular version. It is a little long, but hey, this is what the wheel landed on. We can't.
It's a lot of long. It's a Justin long.
Oh, I love it, Joe. Careful what you wish for, baby. So that's next week. We'll be starting that. I'm very excited for that. But that's next week, Joe. What do you say we wrap this one up?
Please.
It's now time for the big finish.
All right, Joe. It's big finish time. I got a question for you. I was watching 30 Rock the other day. I watched 30 Rock when I go to bed, like, when I'm just chilling.
It's on Disney Plus now.
I know, it's so funny.
It's
I've
so
been
weird.
watching on Peacock. It's very weird, the things that show,
The 30
it's
for
like,
30 movies, like that original season of 30 for 30, all on Disney Plus.
it's so crazy, bro. It's just so I've been watching on Peacock. It's my show that I've been watching for chill time and bedtime. And there was an episode where Liz Lemon is having a dinner with Jack Donaghy. And Liz asked Jack this question. And so I wanted to ask you this question, Joe. You can have the powers of Superman for an entire year, but you can only have one sexual partner for the rest of your life. Superman 1 year, but only one lady forever.
But during that year as Superman, I could have many sexual partners.
So Jack asked a question. He goes, I got 2 questions for you, Liz. One of the questions is, do I have to obey Superman's moral code? And the answer is yes. You have to be Superman. You will be Superman. So I don't know if you're going to be slinging it around town then, baby. I don't know. Man, I don't know. Superman
can't
gets
do
down
it.
like that. Oh,
And it's not because of that. It's not even because of the one partner. I can be the maestro of monogamy.
love to hear it.
It's just that I would want to steal if I have that power.
It's true. It's the truth. To have all that power,
All that power, I just want to steal.
I gotta save your cat from the fucking tree. Like, I just want to take that tree and throw it into someone's house.
No, like I'm gonna go underground, come up, use my eyeballs to laser a hole in a bank vault and take all the moolah.
I mean, I agree. If you could just have the powers without the morality, I think it's a slam dunk, right? I mean, I don't think
I hate morality.
But maybe you could get like endorsement deals or something like that by doing
Do you think
good
Superman
deeds.
has NIL?
Why not? He should get rich off of his likeness and image. Why
I
not?
agree.
You know,
Yeah, imagine Superman going to the flea market and shutting down all the vendors who
he's
sell the
just
bootleg
fucking.
T-shirts.
It turns into an episode of The Boys. He's just like, stop, Homelander, just fuck this, like illegally copyright.
Shows up with Michael Dawkins with his trademark certificate.
Oh man! All right, okay, I get it.
There's
I do
no
get
way.
it.
There's no way I can have that moral code. There's no way I stick to that.
I would want to give it a try. I would like to be Superman. I would like that praise and that love. Oh my God, it's Superman. I'd like that. It'd be nice, don't you think? Oh, look at him. He's
But
Superman.
I get that kind of praise now. People
Just
love
a
me.
normal Wednesday, baby.
Like I haven't paid for a drink in years. When I go to Tijuana Flats, do you think they make me pay for my burrito bowl?
Never.
I even get the steak.
Ooh, that's the fancy business.
Fancy man.
I love it. Joe, hit him with some plugs.
Thank you guys for listening to the JoeMeZ podcast. Remember to hit that subscribe button wherever it is that you're listening to this podcast. Please leave a review if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Remember to subscribe over at youtube.com/@JoeMeZpod to get this show in video form and for free each and every Thursday. Follow us on all the social media at JoeMeZ. You can follow me over at The Joe Shoes. Check out my other show every other Wednesday called The State of Affairs with co-host Dylan Hornswoggle Postel. And of course, my food reviews over on youtube.com/Joe Shoes.
I'm the Gomez154, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky. That Twitch stream, twitch.tv/mezmovie. You never know when I'm going to pop on there. Probably going to pop on soon with some wrestling, which reminds me, Joe, did you watch a certain match you were supposed to watch, Joseph?
I watched a match, but not the one I was supposed to watch.
Oh, what are you doing? What
because
match did you watch?
I thought I had more time. So the show opens with Okada and Nopak.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I have time. Let me watch this one too. Very unimpressed with that.
Love it.
Both of them wrestled as the heel.
Yes.
And then I have not watched a lot of Okada, so his appearance was interesting to me. Very soft body for someone who's supposed to be like a huge star. I thought that was odd. Like, you just got paid $4.5 million. You're going to be built to be the top guy, and this is what you look like. Like, come on, pal.
Upper body business, pal. What are we doing?
I mean, it's a somebody business. If you're going to be fat, be fat.
It's one or the other.
Don't be skinny fat.
It's true. He's very loose. He's not as tight as he was. It's a couple years later. He's not wrestling as much. You know, he's on the backstretch there.
I get that, and I understand he's had some very physical matches. I understand he's beaten up a lot, but like, you can't look like that. Get on the gas or something.
I will agree with you. Yes, both guys wrestle as heels. Okada was supposed to be the heel of the match. Pac is the baby face, but he's, even when I mentioned to you, he's a baby face, but he has one act. Like, he doesn't really change it up when he's.
It's just his face. Like, you cannot. Like, I don't know this guy personally. This guy Pac.
Yeah.
You look at his face. You could put him in every police lineup for the next 11 years. He is going to get picked out. He has committed no crimes, and he is always going to be picked out. He looks like a real son of a bitch.
So he's the bastard Pac. That's his name. The bastard.
Any attempt to have him try to be a good guy, not with that face.
I agree.
It's a really ugly, horrible face.
I agree.
You would think that people have seen his face.
Oh, face only a mother could love, Joe.
Even then, it's a stretch.
Let's get at it.
Guys, we'll see you next week. We're watching The Watchmen 2009, available over on HBO Max. Gomez wants you to watch the director's cut. I say, do yourself a favor, don't watch it all.
You have to do that.
But that's for next week. So with all that being said, let's make like Tom and cruise.
Peace.